So what do you think about this, Sammy? Think I should do this? Yeah? Okay. Good morning. The other day, I received a private email from a longtime subscriber to this channel, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. She asked me to promise her that it was going to get better. She went on to say, everything is just so dark. I could feel the pain in just those words on my screen. I've received countless messages asking for reassurance that things would, in fact, get better. Almost 4 years ago, when I realized what I was up against, when I was beating myself up for falling into the same trap, for allowing myself to be the subject of, again, such abuse. I was curled up on the couch. My hands were sweating, my feet were sweating, and all I wanted to do is have that incredible pain and darkness stop. I would see my therapist at least once a week, twice a week. And he always had a common thing for me. And he kept on telling me, because he saw the darkness and despair I had in me. He would keep on repeating, there is always hope. He would add to that, Tom, you just can't see it, but I promise you, there is always hope. At the time, I could not believe it. I couldn't feel it. I couldn't see it. I couldn't taste it. Everything, as this writer describes, was remarkably dark. That therapist was right. I couldn't see it at the time, but there was hope. And I was at my lowest. Not long ago, in the middle of grocery shopping, I found myself singing out loud to the music piped over the speakers in the store. It was Jim Croce, operator. Some of you old poops like me will remember that. And I was surprised. I caught myself. I was literally mouthing the words out loud. So either I was having a breakdown or I was experiencing joy. Not long after that, while watching a sitcom on television, I laughed out loud. Really a hearty, true, honest laugh. Not just staring at the screen and smiling falsely. I have friends in my life that I experience true joy with. I have so much going for me. I could not see that several years ago. I couldn't even get a piece of daylight out of that. Couldn't even imagine it nor dream it. Here's what I can promise you. Here's what I can promise each and every one of you. If you've identified that you've been the victim of narcissistic personality disorder, and you know, boom, that's it, I can promise you the healing can begin right then and right at that exact moment that you identify with that. I can promise you, if you start looking inward and realizing that you're not alone, that this was not your fault, that you were in fact abused, I can promise you, you will start healing and feeling better. This does not happen overnight. This takes time. Think about all the time that was taken to inflict those horrible tapes, those horrible memories, that horrible abuse onto you. That took time. It's going to take time to unwind that. But I can promise you, if you take the time and start looking at yourself, start liking yourself, start loving yourself, I can promise you that darkness will get much lighter. Second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, and week by week. I never thought that I would smile again. I never thought that I would laugh out loud again. I never could see the possibility of experiencing joy again. I never thought I would like myself again. It's going to come. You got some work to do. Each one of us have work to do. No matter if we're no contact for 3 days, 3 years, or 10 years. It's constant. It's never going to completely disappear. It'll always be something that we know of. And that's a good thing. Because that's our advantage. We now know what it was. We now know that it wasn't our fault. And we certainly now know that we're far from being alone. That this is real. The pain and abuse that was inflicted upon you was real. That's where most of the darkness comes from. That we can't see what was done to us. Most of the darkness comes from we can't accept that it wasn't our fault. Most of the darkness comes from it was us. It was me that did it to myself. There's always hope. Always. I could not see it even a tiny bit several years ago. And now I can tell you that the hope is just tremendous. Yeah, I'll promise you it's going to get better. But I need you to promise yourself you're going to give yourself a break and realize that you deserve peace, that you were abused, and most of all, I need you to realize that it will get better with time. Please believe that. I am living proof. You don't know me personally. Well, you know some about me, but you don't know me personally. But I hope you believe that I was the lowest I had ever been in my life several years ago. Remarkable pain. And now I'm experiencing joy. You will too. Thank you.